We are going to create a simple GUI application. We first go to the design view to place the graphic object on the figure window. And this example is very simple. We're going to create a push button. So every time I click the push button, there will be a label on top of it that shows the total number of clicks that has been done to the button. Let's create the push button first. So I go here, pick up the push button, and click and drag and drop. You'll see the button will be placed on the figure window. Next, I'm going to find the label and also drag and drop to the figure window. Once we did that, we created two objects, and you will immediately see two objects listed in the component browser. The next step is to customize the two objects. Let's work with the button first. I'm going to change the text of the button, say, click here. And next, I'm going to change the text of the label. And at this point, I'm going to show the text called total clicks, which is 0. And I'm going to make the label a little bit wider and move it in the middle. The next thing I'm going to do is to make the fonts larger. And we can do it by changing the font size of the text label object. And here is the property called font size. So I'm going to change it from 12 to 14. And you can see the immediate change. Okay, so we have created the user interface. We haven't done anything about the coding yet. So the next step is to write the callback function that can respond to the user event, that is to click this push button. So what I'm going to do is to select the object, because this is the object that is going to respond to the click. And once I select it, you will see it is highlighted in the component browser. You can click the item in the component browser directly to select the object. Here, I'm going to change the name of the object. So I double click, and here I will say button click. And also I'm going to change the name of this label. Is called total clicks. Okay. So once we make the change, the next thing is I can add the callback functions to the push button. So I click here, and there's only one event that I need to supply the callback function, which is the button pushed func. So what I need to do is click the drop-down list and select add the callback function. Here you go. It automatically changed to the code view. Here I can enter the customized code. Since this is to display the number of clicks, so what I need to do is to add a property to hold the total number of clicks. And in order to add the property, I need to go to the code browser and click properties. And then I hit plus sign, and you will see that this new property section is created. And I will say the number of clicks. And I will make its initial value as 0. So I can add the comment here is number of mouse clicks. Okay. All right, with that, what I'm going to do is to create the callback function that can process the event of the mouse click. So here we go. So first what we're going to do is to increase the number of clicks. And just keep in mind, because this is in the OOP, you need to supply the object first. Otherwise, it will not work. So the next is AAP dot number of clicks and +1. Once we did that, we need to show the change in the text label. So we need to create the text first. I will call it MSG. And I can use the sprintf function. And it will say total clicks and %d. And this is the format string. And then the variable we're going to use is app dot number of clicks. Okay. And this is not done yet because we just create the message. We need to show the message in the text label. So what we're going to do is to find the text label, which is app dot total clicks. That's the text label here. And then we'll see which property we want to choose. Here I think it should be the property called the text. And then this equals MSG. Okay. Now we're going to save the GUI. So I hit save as, and we'll have a name called app1, and it has the extension MLAPP. Once we save the file, we can give it a test run. So we can switch to the design view and click run. Here is the GUI. If I click here, you will see that every time I click, the number of clicks will be incremented by 1.